Hi, I'm Will. You should subscribe and stuff because, like, pretty much all of you aren't subscribed who watch these. So, yeah. Anyway, if you're returning, then hi. I swear that my whole wardrobe isn't just white and black shirts. I just have, quite a few. Yeah. Anyway, the Pokemon DLC, the Crown Tundra, comes out tomorrow. I'm very pumped for it, and all of like the main, I guess you call them game journalists, et cetera. They've kind of been able to, I wouldn't say a hands-on, not during COVID, but a eyes-on preview, I guess if you will, with Nintendo, and they've been able to see like quite a few things that are going to be in the game. There's a lot they can't really talk about, I guess, but there's a few things that we can talk about. We can speculate, talk about what we like and what we don't like. Um, so a little bit of background, because obviously it's my first video on Pokemon, but I love Pokemon. I've been playing since Red and Blue. I actually enjoyed Sword and Shield. I like that they did the DLC and everything. The Isle of Armor was really fun. It could have been longer. Totally agree with that. But the Isle of Armor was very fun. I liked the characters. I liked the story, even though it was a short story. I liked the story, and I love that the certain Pokemon that they were able to add back in, and that they followed you and all that stuff. It was nice. Um, and now we're gonna get more Pokemon, especially Garchomp's coming back. Love Garchomp. Let's go. And he's about to be on my main team. I'll tell you that. And I'm excited for this DLC. I like this direction rather than having a completely separate, other game where you have to like restart and everything. You can just have this DLC and go from there. You don't have to restart your whole thing and play basically the same game with a little bit of added content at the end, like Ultra Sun and Moon, which I was not a fan of Ultra Sun and Moon. I was just not. And there's all the controversy around like Pokemon and all this stuff, but all in all, they're still really fun games. It's still Pokemon. You're catching Pokemon, you're fighting Pokemon, you're evolving, naming, whatever. It's good, wholesome Pokemon fun. Sorry. But anyway, we're going to talk about these previews that have come out. There's been a lot of leaks and rumors and all this other stuff, but let's talk about some official shit finally. And I mean, obviously the game comes out tomorrow. Well, not the game, sorry. The DLC comes out tomorrow, and I will be playing that. I already have my DLC ready to go. Just need to download it, I guess. I don't know, maybe later tonight, or I know people have been speculating it'll probably come out like midnight or some random time, like like 3 a.m. or something. But yeah, hopefully, at least in the morning or something, I'll be able to download it and start playing this. So the first thing that I saw in a lot of these previews is that people were talking about basically you're going to be chasing the legendary trios, the Galar trios in this game, and Calyrex, which is the weird thing with the big shit on its head, um, which is awesome. I love roaming Pokemon. That's one of the best features that they ever added. If you know me, you know that my favorite Pokemon games ever are Gold and Silver, not Soul Silver and shit. I can't even remember the name of the other one. I'll just pop it up here when I remember it. But yeah, not those, like the remakes. Although they are really good, like literally the original Gold and Silver are still my favorite games of all time. Like everything that were in those games was incredible, and they introduced the roaming trio with Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. I realize I don't say those names out loud a lot. I'm just playing silently, and I don't say those names out loud a lot. So yeah, but apparently this trio, and I think Calyrex looks like they're going to be roaming, and I am all for that. It gives a certain challenge of you have to find these creatures and catch them, and if you don't, they can run away again, and that's always like just a fun prospect. Unless you have a bunch of Master Balls. But where's the fun in that? I want to try and put it to sleep or paralyze it and then, catch it real quick. That's what I want to do, because that's the fun. And then you have to track it down again and then try to catch it again. And this is going to be even cooler having roaming Pokemon in this because they'll be in the overworld. And we saw that in one of the Crown Tundra trailers, the one that they released like a few weeks back, a month back, whatever, where you can see like the Galarian Articuno like flying through the air, and the trainer looking at it and it's like, oh, people were wondering, are they going to be roaming? And yeah, they're going to be roaming. So that's going to be really cool to see. Either like Calyrex running around like the forest or whatever, or seeing all three of these birds like flying, jumping, whatever around, and you're like, oh well, let me go chase it. Like, this is the things that you like dream of when you're a kid playing Pokemon, and you're like, damn, that would be so cool to be able to do these things that like Ash Ketchum did back in the anime, like way back in the first season and stuff like that. When he saw Ho-Oh in the sky, we didn't know who the hell it was. Shit like that, and it's just like, this is why I love this game so much, is because it's bringing so many things to life that we haven't been able to see in that way, before. The wild areas, you get to see roaming Pokemon in the overworld, and now you're gonna have like these three birds roaming like the entire like landscape of the Crown Tundra. So yeah, I'm excited. Another thing that a lot of these people in the previews talked about is that there's going to be a pretty like heavy emphasis on story. I don't think it's going to be like like I saw some people saying, I hope it's going to be like 10 hours. I don't think it's going to be that long. I think it'll probably be twice as long as the Isle of Armor, which is about like 2.5, 3 hours Isle of Armor, give or take. So this will probably be like maybe 5 or 6, I would say. I've been saying that for a while. I think it's going to be like 5 or 6 hours of story, and that's pretty fucking good. That's great. Like I said, I think back to Gold and Silver. One of the best post games in any Pokemon game ever was just going back to Kanto and being able to go through that, and that probably took you maybe about that long, probably a little less. And it was just really cool to be able to do that. So it's nice to have like new areas to explore, other Pokemon to catch, and more story. It's really effing cool. So I'm excited for the story because I did like I said, I like the story in Isle of Armor, but I feel like this one's going to be even more robust and everything. So let's go. So then after that, they kind of talked about the Pokemon dens and the Dynamax adventures, where essentially you go to these dens and you have like rental Pokemon. You don't take your own team in there. You take like a rental Pokemon, and you have to go through like I think four different like Pokemon that you fight, like Dynamax Pokemon that you fight, and at the very end you fight a legendary. And so far it sounds like it's going to be random, just like kind of how the Dynamax, like how the dens are, the raid dens are. But I'm not sure you're going to be able to see what Pokemon it is before you go in. So that is interesting because it's like, I mean, listen, we've played Pokemon for a while. If you're watching this, you probably played Pokemon for a while. We're used to doing things like going through tall grass, not knowing what the hell we're looking for, or knowing what we're looking for and knowing that it's going to take a while to find it, and we don't know it's going to show up, and going through that same screen over and over again of like a silhouette popping up, and it's not the Pokemon you're looking for. So, but this introduced a lot of this game introduced a lot of quality of life things that I thought were great. As somebody who's played Pokemon since Pokemon Red, and this is another one of the reasons that I love Sword and Shield, is because they introduce so many quality of life improvements that just make things so much easier. So you don't have to do like the tedious over and over task that you do in previous Pokemons. Which, don't get me wrong, those are fun. That's part of the charm of Pokemon. It adds a little bit more challenge, but sometimes it's like I don't want to keep doing this same thing over and over again to get eventually after hours get this one result. Making some quality of life things for this game has been great. So I hope that we can in some way choose which legendaries we go for, because how disappointed I'm gonna be if I go into a Dynamax adventure hoping I'm gonna get Giratina, and then I get like fucking, I don't know, one of those little sword trio things. I didn't like those, but anyway, yeah, it's just I hope that perhaps they will add that in. And then the last thing we'll touch on is the Galarian Star tournament. So it's basically just like double battles with trainers and gym leaders, and I'm assuming probably like the whoever you've met, like pretty high level trainers. I think in the trailer they showed they're maybe Mustard's going to be there, so I'm assuming Peony, who is the character in this one, he'll probably be in there. And I'm wondering what other characters they'll have in there, and if you'll be able to play the characters, if you'll be able to fight with or against the characters that weren't in your version of the game. That'll be interesting. It probably says that somewhere, but I don't know. It sounds cool and all. My only thing is, and this is my only real issue with kind of like Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, is Game Freak's unwillingness to scale Pokemon to your level. That has been my only real complaint that I really, really just want them to have. Because obviously at this point I've been playing for a while, like almost getting close to a year now, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's been about a year. When did it come out last year? Like November? I think. I don't remember. I think Sword and Shield came out in November. I was just really much I understand why they cap things like 70 or 80 or whatever. Because not all players go and make their Pokemon level 100. They might have just left the game and then they come back and their Pokemon are still a certain level. I get it, but like I said, with the quality of life changes that they've had, like the candies, they help you level up faster, just all these things, the experience, and how those are doled out, it's I just don't understand why they can't scale the levels. I feel like they've shown it before where they scale levels for certain things, or just have higher levels in general, like maybe 80s, 90s for this DLC. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want to I'm not saying I'm super I'm so fucking good. I had level because when I played the Isle of Armor DLC, I just did this thing where I'm just gonna catch all new Pokemon or evolve ones that their evolutions are now available in the Isle of Armor. So I had around level 70, 60, 70, 80 Pokemon when I went against Mustard and everything, and that made for a hard battle. And actually, to be honest, I lost the first time because I wasn't expecting him to be as good as he was. But then I come back, train them a little bit more, and then I'm able to beat them pretty easily. So it'd be interesting if they scale to your level, so that even if you come back, you level up your Pokemon. Is oh no, you're still not gonna just beat them just like that, So that's my only thing that I would like to see Pokemon add more of, is some interesting level scaling and everything. And I'm just saying they should if you're gonna go to the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, have Pokemon from level 70 to level 100. You should have that rather than having it scale down for people who didn't level up their stuff. That's all I'm saying. But overall, it looks good. It looks good. It looks fun, and that's all that really matters in the end, right? Just having fun. So I'm excited. I can't wait to play this, and yeah, let's go. Crown Tundra time, baby. All right. Thank you all for watching. I'm probably when this comes out, because this will be really the only new thing that I'm playing right now. I'm still waiting for Cyberpunk and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to come out. So I'll probably I'll record some things, some screen records and stuff, try to post my adventures in the Crown Tundra on here, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy that as well. Keep it posted, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Peace.